Can you use commercial music in your podcast, or movie clips, or other snippets that are commercially licensed? No, you can't. And you shouldn't.
And now, a look at this week in podcasting news. It's the Jag Show Podcast.
This is a question I'm frequently asked by clients and potential clients, and I've heard every excuse in the book. Oh, it's only a few seconds, so it falls under fair use. Oh, come on, are Guns N' Roses really going to sue me? Well, remember when Metallica did sue Napster back in the day? So let's dive a little deeper. The bottom line is, when it comes to podcasting, the law has not caught up to the technology. I think there's a day coming where you'll be able to pay a small fee to use a big artist's music in your show. But that day isn't here yet. Do I know people who have pulled it off? Sure. But I don't think it's a risk you want to take. We'll start with music. Music artists, to me, fall into three categories: big names, smaller names that have a record deal, and independent artists. The first group, the big name A-listers, have the money, lawyers, and resources to come after you. You might think, oh, well, only a few people listen to my show. Well, it only takes one listener, one episode to go viral. Then you have a target on your back. Now, the second group, signed to a label but not quite A-list yet. The music industry has radically changed over the last 20 years. They aren't making money from CD sales anymore. And if you spend $1 for their song on iTunes, how many pennies do they actually get out of that? Touring has been non-existent since the pandemic, so it's not easy to make money. And using their music on your show without their permission, well, that's essentially stealing. And also, even if they love the idea of you using their song on their show, they no longer own 100% of it. You need to get sign-off from all the stakeholders, and that can be a legal nightmare. The final group, independent musicians, could be your answer. If they are unsigned to a label and own 100% of the rights to their music, you could use their music, but you better get their permission in writing before you do. And if you don't personally know an aspiring artist to work with, there are services that offer royalty-free music on the internet. A simple Google search will get you there. What about movies? Kind of the same thing as these A-list artists. They may not find you, but if they do, they have deep pockets and very expensive lawyers. I'm actually told that Disney is diving headfirst into this crackdown. So you better think twice before using that "We Don't Talk About Bruno" clip in your podcast. Or in other words, we don't talk about Bruno in our podcasts. Look, I don't want to be a total downer here, but Spotify, Apple, and others have AI built in that can find copyrighted content and immediately yank your show if you're in violation, the same way YouTube does. Do people get away with it? Yeah. Do you want to take the chances of having your show removed, being sued, or even getting a cease and desist letter with very fancy letterhead on it? I don't think so. There will be a time when you can use all of this stuff on the show. It is coming, but we're just not there yet. Until next time, stay healthy and stay safe. Later.
Thanks for listening to the Jag Show Podcast. For help with your podcast, find Jag on the web at jagindetroit.com.